Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay, today, if you have your discs and you're on a hard floor where you can slide, grab them, either a disc, or if you don't have discs, just make sure you have socks or a little towel, hand towel. And then we're going to try these bands today. So right now, all the way to the back of your mat, just take a nice big deep breath and then exhale out. Try that again. Inhale deep. And don't bring the arms up too high because you're just kind of getting warmed up. So just go where it feels good. Try to get the arms really long. Okay, now pull them back and serve up a platter. So you bring the forearms together, lift the hands up, and then squeeze back. Let's do this a few more times. This is the Sean move. He has so many moves that are good for rehab. Okay, step your left foot forward, your right leg back. Give me a little tiny lean and sweep the arms up. Now do the same thing, but this time you're going to elevate high on the toes while you lean forward. Drive the heel down, sweep the arms up. Come up onto the toes. And just kind of keep oscillating between the two. If you look at me from the side, you can see I'm leaning forward. Heel drops, I keep that forward lean. Do a few more, and then we'll switch sides. So again, your feet are not so far apart that you can't get that heel to the floor. It should be down, able to go down. So start with the down position. On the opposite side, give me that forward lean and then elevate. Nice. Big, long, and strong arms here. Should be generating a good bit of body heat by now. Do a few more. Okay. Now we're just going to go between the two. So right leg back, high on the toes. Step forward. Left leg back, high on the toes, and just keep that going. You want to keep that head in a position where your neck feels long and neutral, even though you've got a little forward lean. Couple more. We're just trying to get the body moving a little bit. Okay, bring your hands to heart, right knee up, and switch. This is going to warm up these hip flexors. Holding your hands in as opposed to out makes it a little bit more of a balanced challenge. Good morning. We're just still in our warm-up. So keep alternating those knees. We're going to do the same thing, lifting the arms up, one knee at a time. A few more here, and then we're going to transition to butt kicks just to warm up the back of the legs. But before we do that, let's do a little hold on one foot. Just hold. Now switch. Nice. Okay, you're going to butt kick and pull the arms back with the elbows. So really try to get that heel up nice and high. Squeeze the shoulder blades when you pull the elbows back. And you've got your palms facing up. Right? Keep that going. Just a few more. Nice. Okay, big deep breath. Big slow. So push your butt back, reach your arms really long, come down really slowly while you bring in the belly. Feel your glutes get a nice little release while you do that. It's awesome. Hang out here. If you can, you're in a straight leg. But again, you might be tight, might not feel like doing that, and that's okay. So kind of give yourself permission to modify as you need. Now inhale and extend to a flat back. Keep the tummy hollowing out and come back up slowly. Arms go out to the side. Really slowly sweep them up. And let's come back and do the same thing all over again. Nice and slow, pull that belly in. Nice. Now you might be able to get the torso a little closer to those legs as the second time through. Inhale, extend, flat back. And let's do the same thing again. Drift your hips back before you release the hands from the floor. Take them out to the side, butt back. Tummy in, flip, and sweep. One more time. Really long and strong arms here, palms down. Start your fold. Butts as far back as you can get it. Let's just hang out here for a few breaths. Okay, hands above the knees, come up. We're going to warm up these hip flexors a little bit and challenge our balance at the same time. So I'm going to have you lift your knee up and then open it. And put it down and do the same on the other side. Up, open, and lower. So you should feel a little bit of a activation of the hip flexors, getting blood flow in there. Nice. A few more. Last one. Good job. Okay. We're going to start with arms. So we're going to start lateral arm raises in a split squat stance. So I've got my left foot forward, high on the toes on the back foot. Give me a slight forward lean, not huge. If you look at me from the side, I'm just leaning forward a little bit, palms out in front, lift up and lower. So nothing crazy fast. It's all about kind of slow and control. So whatever weight you need to pick where you can be steady is what you should be picking. Nice. Of course, when you do this with that little pause at the top, it makes the move a lot more challenging than you go to the gym and you see people going like this. You want to use muscle to move these weights. Okay, let's switch our feet and keep going. Slow and steady here. Wrists should be nice and neutral. Great job. A few more. Okay, switch your feet again. And now we're going to alternate. So bring your shoulders over your hips. So get rid of your forward lean. Arms are going to come forward and then side. Again, try to control it instead of swinging. Switch your feet. Same move. Nice. Keep the arms really long. And it's all about good posture here. So you don't want to be rounding. You want to stay nice and tall. Whoops. Don't do that. Couple more. Nice. Okay, put them down. Grab your heavier weights. We're going to work our upper back a little bit here. So I want you to take your feet fairly far apart. So turn and face the right side. So both your feet are on your mat. They're definitely not as far apart as you could get them, but enough that you feel your inner thighs as soon as you start your hinge. Come up with the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades, and back down. Up, squeeze. So you'll notice I'm doing a nice little hold at the top. and I'm coming down with resistance. So your hinge, your hip hinge, can be as deep as you're feeling it. So again, what's comfortable for your body today is where you should be. And if it's up here a little bit, that's okay. You're still going to get the benefit. Elbows come up nice and high. Now, if you're looking down at your toes, which you probably are, make sure they're in the same line. Okay, hold them up. Ask yourself, can my elbows get a little higher? Drop the right arm, or lower it, I should say, because dropping sounds like you're going to do it without resistance. And just keep alternating. Side to side. Now, if you can get your butt any further back, do it, because you want to be weight bearing into the back of the body. We're not working our quads right now. Let's do a few more. Good job. Put the weights down. We are going to do a little wall sit. So if you have access to a wall, go get it. We're going to work our quads. So I want you to sit your butt down. And if higher up is better for you, stay higher up. If you can get that 45-degree angle by getting a little bit lower, do it. Just hold right here. So this is all quads is where you should be feeling it. So again, the same shtick in all these exercises that we do. We want to keep most of the weight in the back of the feet. So shoulder blades should be nice and flat against the wall so that you're not rounding the shoulders. We're just going to hang on here maybe for 30 more seconds, just enough that we really start to feel it. So again, if your knees are turning out or in too far, you want to correct them because they want to be nice and straight right out of the hips. Okay. This is a good exercise that's easy for everybody to do. As long as you're hollowing out the belly, I'm a happy camper. Whatever else you're doing is cool by me. So let's count to 15 slowly, and we'll stand back up. Five more seconds. So it's not about killing this. It's just about activating, waking up. Okay, come off the wall. We're going to do a little stretch. So pick up your right heel and then switch. We're not holding long. We're keeping active and moving. Just go side to side. Try to keep it as smooth as you can. But sometimes it's not so easy. Okay, back to that wide stance again. Line up your feet. Don't take them so far apart that you can barely stand. Grab your weights. And let's start a nice, I call it purposeful. So you're not rushing. Really important to lower where you feel the resistance, right? And if you can get that torso a little lower with your tummy in, let's do it. And don't forget that little pause. It gives you really an opportunity to say, have I lifted those elbows as high as I can today? Okay, hold them up. One comes down at a time. Two more. Hold them both up and give me a little pulse. Elbows up and down an inch. Make sure your neck is nice and neutral. Just 5 more times. Okay, put them back down. Last time sitting on the wall, not as long. Last time. It's probably going to feel easier because first time through, we kind of woke up all these muscles. But you never know. It should feel somewhat challenging. And of course, if you want to amp this up, the weights that we were using to row for our upper back, you could hold. You could add in some bicep curls, or you could just hold them just to add a little more oomph to the move. I'm just going to hang out here because this feels good. Nice, easy, relaxed breathing. Make sure those shoulder blades are nice and flat up against the wall. Nice. So from here, the transition is to work our outer thighs, hip area, and we're going to do that with the band. So you're going to have it around your feet. We're going to count to 10. And then we're going to find ourselves lying down on the mat with the band around your feet. Last 5. Okay. So time to get this part of the body working. So grab your band. However, I'm going to start out with the red one. We're going to do this twice. So start out with one maybe a little more manageable and then go to a more challenging one if you have a choice. So take your band, wrap it around just above the ankles, not very high. And then to come down, we're going to do a little Pilates C curving of our spine. So suck in the belly, round down really slowly, pull in the stomach the whole time. Once you're all the way down, cup your fingers and keep your arms off the floor, kind of like we do in the Sean move. So while you're there, I want you to flatten the shoulder blades to the floor. Pick your legs up, flex your feet, and open up nice and wide, and resist as you bring them in. And just keep it going. So it's almost like 3 to 5 counts out and 3 to 5 counts in. That's how slow and deliberate the move is. So when we bring in, we want to give the band an opportunity to release all of its tension. Now, while you do this, if you want to work that six-pack muscle and protect your lower back, you have to hollow out the belly the whole time. Okay, take them out as far as you can. So you're actively trying to get even farther while you're holding out. So you're not settling. You're going, oh, I think I can push a little more. Now let the band release and come back and do that again. Push out as hard as you can. You've got your fingers cupped so the arms are off the floor. This is all about those outer hips. Out and hold and push more. Bring together slowly. You just have to make sure you've released the whole thing. So each time you do this, you're starting from scratch. You're taking away any opportunity for there to be momentum. Bring them in, take out, push out even more. Push with all your might, and then bring together. So you're literally pushing out for 3 to 5 seconds. And then bring them together slowly. We're going to do 3 more. And then we're going to individually pulse each leg. Bring them together. Take them out. Push it hard, harder. Bring them together. One more time. Now pulse out the right foot, out an inch. The left one's going to move a little bit, but make the focus really on the right leg. And now switch it. Left leg. It's kind of weird. Now both, pulse in and out, both together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it. Okay, I think we got those going a little bit. Come all the way up. Okay, we're going to start out standing up with your heavy weights. Whatever you have that's heavy. Whatever you have that's heavy. Okay, feet are hip width apart. We're going to do some deadlifts. Both hands come very close to the shins. Your legs are pretty much straight and your weight is all in the back of the body. So 3 to 5 counts down, 3 to 5 counts up. Stay nice and broad through your shoulders. So we're getting in most of the body today. We're going to add on a bicep curl to this deadlift in a few. So you got time to get your head around it, right? Okay, one more normal deadlift, as I call it. Now, flip the palms so the palms are facing out and give me a nice, slow and steady bicep curl. Keep your palms facing out and come back to the deadlift. So again, it's not fast, it's slow and in control. Nice. Keep the weights really close to those legs. Okay, 2 more, and we're just going to stand up and do a quick round of curls. Then we are back down to the floor to that squishy band again. Okay, stand up tall, broad shoulders, just curl. You can curl with your palms out. You could hammer curl with your palms facing, or you could do one of each. It's like a Chinese menu. There are so many different choices. You never know what to do. I like switching up the angle of things. Number one, so I'm not predictable. If you could predict what my class was going to be like, I would say I need to find a new job. It's good to switch things up, right? 5 more of these. Do them a little faster if you can. Last 3. Make sure you're working a full range. 2 and 1. Okay, put them down. Come on back down. Maybe this time you pick a harder band if you have that option. Let's put it back around our feet. It's going to help us get through it quicker. Okay, back to that C curving of the spine and your Pilates sit back, right? With your tummy in. Nice and slow. Hollow, hollow, hollow. Nice. Cup those fingers. Get those legs up. Now, you can flex or point your feet. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that your tummy is pulling down actively and you're flat on your shoulder blades and your arms are up. Open out as wide as you can and pull in and let the band release completely. Keep that going really slow and steady. 3 to 5 counts out. Little pause. 3 to 5 in. Nice job. Now, if you notice that your feet are moving so that they're closer to your head, you want to push them back out where you started. They should be right over those hips. Nice, really slow here. Just hold this one out and feel miserable along with me. Oh my goodness. Miserable is what changes us though, right? We kind of have a love-hate relationship with this miserable feeling. Okay, bring it in, let it release, take it back out. You're back to the 3 to 5 count in and out. Boy, what a difference from one band to another. Holy crap, this is hard. Okay, hold out. Give me that pulse. Both feet together, pulse them. In an inch, out an inch. Make it as hard for yourself as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, get rid of that band. Hopefully you felt challenged there. So we're going to come back up to a standing position. I'm going to move my mat out of the way. And I know Sue has a hate relationship with these discs. So they're totally optional. Or as I mentioned before, you could be in socks on a floor that's slippery. So I'm just standing on both of them. I'm going to put all my weight into my left leg. I'm going to come into a little squat with all my weight in this leg, and then just go out and in. It's not a big move, but you will feel it over time. Now, if you're not using the band, you're just stepping in and out, weighting your left side. Okay, so try not to have this left hip push too far left. I know it's a little challenging. And then we don't want much more than 10% in that right foot. So we're really working all these little tendons around this quad. And you should be feeling it too, a little bit in that butt cheek. Now, if you can, hold it out, squat down a little lower, so the foot automatically moved out a little farther, and go in and out again. And again, you can be stepping. So we're just going to do 5 more here. You can take the arms out if you want. You can lift them up to make it harder for your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Whew, okay. That left side's getting a break. It's all about the right. So little squat, not big. Start out small, in and out. And again, stepping is fine. You just want to load up this quad and the butt. So 90% of your weight is in this right leg. Just stepping in and out or sliding in and out. Hold it out. Drop it a little lower. In and out. Nice. And your spine is nice and long and your tummy is working. Take the arms out. Lift them up. All the weight's in the back of that right foot. Keep this going. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Whew, okay. How about some mountain climbers? We haven't done them in such a long time. And I like doing them with discs or socks so you can slide your feet. So come down, meet me in your high plank position. However you get there. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. And then just start alternating, pulling those knees forward. And this is at your pace. You just want to get the heart rate up a little bit. Lots of work for your transverse abdominis here. Driving one leg forward at a time. Count to 10. Okay. Come on up. Let's bring our mat back to the party. Nice. Okay, we are going to try to do a hamstring slide up. This might be good rehab for Sue's hamstring. Might. I say might because, of course, you're supposed to follow doctor's orders, not mine. So I'm going to put myself, hopefully you can see me okay. I'm going to put myself into a bridge with my heels on the discs, or just socks or little towels under your feet. Sit forward so your butt's close to your feet. Come on down, bridge it up, cup your fingers so your arms are off the floor, slide the right heel out and then left. While you hold your butt up and your tummy in. So hopefully your mat isn't in the way. And if it is, fold it over like I just did. And just slide one out and then all the way back in. Try to go all the way in so you feel that extra little activation in the upper hamstring. Now take both out at the same time, 3/4 of the way, and just hold. Your feet are dorsiflexed, so your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Lots of work for the hamstring. Pull one foot in and then the other. So we're amping this up. If it's not for you today, don't do it. Butt up, butt tight, slide both heels out 3/4 of the way. So you've still got quite a good bend in the leg. Just hold. Lots of tension in the hammies. Hollow out the belly, hold. 3, 2, 1. Slide the left heel in and then the right. Whew. Take both out slow. Hold them. 5, 4, 3. Bring the left in and then the right in. Now we're going to flip the order. So this time you're going to drive the right heel in first. Slide out. Hold it. Your butt's off the floor. This is all hamstring work. Slide the right heel in and then the left. Do it again. Slide out. Both feet together going out. Hold. Right heel in, left heel in. And again, Sue, if this is too much for your injured hamstring, you're just doing one at a time. The same way we started. We're going to do 3 more of these and then we are moving on. Right heel slides in, left heel slides in. Take them out. Hold it out. Right heel in, left heel in. Remember, your cupped fingers are not allowing the arms to be on the floor. Hold them out. 3, 2, right heel in, left heel in. We have one more before we say goodbye to this ugly exercise, which is so good for you. In and butt down. We're going to do a little stretch here with our knees, pull them in towards the chest, open them out nice and wide, push them away, bring them together and do it again. In, open, out. So you're really making as big of a circle as you can. One more time. Now let's just take that and reverse it. You can hold behind the knees if it's more comfortable. Just reverse the angle, or the circle, I mean. 2 more. This is so good for us, especially if you're going to be sitting today. Okay, rock it up. You're going to grab your heavy weights. We're going to do some flies. So you're going to hold the weights with your palms facing each other and a neutral wrist. Your legs are bent. So I want you to walk your heels close to your butt cheeks and then come into a bridge if you can. And if you would rather your butt down, that's fine. Open out nice and wide till you feel the back of the arms touch the floor, and then bring them back together again. Hopefully you've got enough clearance around you that you're not hitting furniture like I just did. Okay, keep this going. It's 3 counts out and it's 3 counts in. That's your pace. Good chest work and arms for us today. So don't let those arms drop out. You want to move them out. So you're actually trying to create weight in these weights. Slow and steady. Now, while you have your weights up over your chest, walk your knees and feet together and get your inner thighs working also. Come back to your flies while you squeeze your knees. So much to think about. You can't worry about when it's going to be over because you're too busy focusing on whether or not you can squeeze your knees any harder. And your butt cheeks, they go hand in hand, right? Actively pull that belly down. We're going to try to do 8 more. We're only running through this set 1 time. So see if you can squeeze in 8 more. And if you need to go to a lighter weight to keep these reps going, you can. Hopefully you're feeling your chest already. Okay, 1 more for shits and giggles. Hopefully you're still squeezing those knees. Bring your butt down, bring your forearms down so your elbows are on the floor, and then lift them back up. Make an upside down V with the weights at the top of the move. Let the elbows come down 45 degrees out from the body and press back up. We're going to do 12 of these at a pretty good pace. You know, not reckless, but fairly fast. And if you want to bridge it up again, lift up and keep going. Getting into the triceps a little bit here. Make sure those wrists stayed nice and neutral. And you're not really squeezing those weights, they're just kind of resting in your hands. So let's finish off the last 5. Nice job. Okay, hips down. Let's put the weights down. You can say goodbye to them. Let's do a big full body stretch while we're down here. So point your toes, your legs are fully extended. Spread your fingers wide and get the arms back behind you. So back of the hand hovers above the floor. Now pull the arms forward, let the face of the hand hover above the floor. And just keep going between the 2. So back behind you and bring them forward and back. You're reaching those arms really long and strong. We're going to do a little rehab after this. So come back into your bridge with your knees and feet together. Lift up. Your arms are still up at the top. Now, while you squeeze your knees, pull the elbows down to the floor, like what does Sean say, a field goal? So if you turned your head to peek, you'd find your elbows in line with your shoulders. If not, get them there. Now, back of the hand goes down to the floor. That's the easy part, right? Lift it back up and see how much rotation you can bring forward without the shoulders rounding forward, right? So this is one thing where it's not about range. It's not, oh my goodness, I need to force this. It's just about creating mobility. It's amazing how we can mend a body through movement, especially shoulders, because we're in front of technology way too much, and it just ruins us. So I always have a mat nearby my computer, and I try my best throughout my day, if I'm sitting a lot, to squeeze in all kinds of stretches. Keep the hands going 3 more times, and then we're going to stretch and say goodbye. Okay, so we're going to do the Sean stretch, little bend in the legs. Cross your right knee over the left. You're going to come onto the side of that left foot as your knees go right. Right? You're using that right leg to help guide the left one down. And then let's open out this left shoulder at a 45-degree angle. Beautiful chest stretch. Over that hip, you should be feeling it. A little bit into that lower back. This is like a Malloy go-to stretch. It just makes you feel good. There's a guy whose book Sean and I read. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he specialized in training athletes that had weakness in their back. So a lot of these things are really good stretches for your back, your hips. Okay, let's uncross, bring the arm in, uncross, and then come back to lying on your back. So you kind of move gently and slowly. Bring both knees into the chest, just to kind of reset yourself. Then extend both legs back out. Let's cross the left knee over the right. Come onto the side of that right foot as the knees go towards the floor. And then open out that right arm. How good does that feel? You should feel, you're feeling like a nice tug on the top part of that hip and over the hip, I hope, across the chest, little of the IT band. Try to sort of never settle for a spot. See if you can, through slight variation, get a little more out of this. Nice. Okay, put the legs down, uncross, bring them back up. We're going to do a little happy baby stretch, but before, just give me a gentle rock side to side. Then bring those arms inside the legs. Grab hold of the outside of the feet. You're driving your knees towards the floor. Important to keep the lower back on the floor. So you're nice and stable through the midsection. Okay, let's extend the legs all the way down. We're going to do a slow and steady, hollowed out sit up here with our legs straight. So head lifts, shoulder blades come up, arms come forward. Try to go nice and slow. Now you're C-curving your spine. You're going to come all the way forward through your legs. Go as far as you can. And then just hang out here and enjoy. Okay, back to sitting up. Take your right foot and bring it right inside by the knee, or further out if that feels better, or closer in. You got choices. This left leg is a little bit out because you want to be able to fold forward. Just switching up the angle. Now try to relax and breathe while you hold this a few seconds. Okay, let's do the other side and then we say goodbye because I know we're out of time. But switch your legs, get into your position, breathe at least 3 or 4 times. Okay, come on back up. Nice job. Pull both feet in, come up onto your toes. Fold those hips up towards the sky and your body into the legs. Hang out here for 1 sec. Hands above your knees. Help your body get back up to standing nice and slow. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Hopefully you're feeling amazing. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's your back?
It's still a little sore.
Really?
Yeah,
Fix that.
I don't know.
And you're doing QL stretches?
I looked online and one of the ones I was looking at was way too advanced for me. Like, I'm not that flexible. He had like one leg bent. He was sitting down with one leg bent 45 degrees in front and
Yep.
his other leg behind.
That's
Is
pigeon,
that what I
right?
should do? Yeah,
Oh, but he was sitting down. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And then he also talked about like using like a rope so that you could maybe massage the tissue underneath you, you know, because it's just